So in the next page, we have an exercise. The question reads, below is a periodic function showing the pressure in a tire in bars as a function of time in hours. The tire has a slow leak, but get refilled with air at regular intervals. So we analyze the graph. So on the x-axis, we have times in hours. And on the y-axis, we have the tire pressure. You can see it starts at 4 bars, and then it leaks, so the pressure slowly goes down, and then at this point it gets refilled before it starts to leak again, refill, leak again, refill, and keep going, right? So just like everything, we need to identify a cycle and then use that to measure the period. So if I start the cycles here at 0, it goes down, come back up, and remember the cycle is not complete until it reaches 4 again. So it's at this spot that is the end of the cycle. So luck will have it, my period is 8 again. So my P equals to 8. But if you are having trouble identifying a cycle, because this is a very important step, what you could do instead is like this. So you can always go from the very top to the very top. Right, so this is 6, this is 7. So right there is 6.5 on the x-axis. Right, this is 14, this is 15, that's 16, and right there, this is 14.5. So I calculated periods with 14.5 minus 6.5, and guess what? It still gave me the period of 8. That's just to show you that regardless of how and where you identify the start and the end of a cycle, the period is the same. And when we calculate, that's all we need, the period. Now that we have identified the period, let's go over the question itself. So first question, what is the tire pressure on the 16th hour? So 16 hours, that's x. So that's basically saying when x equal to 16, what is the corresponding y value? And if we do the calculation of 16 divided by the period, which is 8, that gave me a whole number 2 or 2.0, right? And I'm going to multiply that decimal number by 8 again, which unfortunately still gave me 0. So what does it mean? This is at the beginning of the cycle. So when x equal to 16, it will be the same as when x equal to 0. Right? Then we look up when x equal to 0, right there, the tire pressure is 4. So the answer for both x equal to 16 or x equal to 0 is 4 bars. Right, second question, what is the tire pressure on the 76th hour? We will do the same thing, right? It's x equal to 76 right now, so 76 divided by 8. 8 is our period. In this case, period can change, but happen to be the same so far with 8. That gave me 9.5, and then I multiply just the 0.5 by 8 again. That will give me 4. So all that little calculation is telling me that when x equal to 76, that's the questions, it will be the same as x equals to 4, because we definitely don't have 76 on the graph here. It ends at 22. But no worry, because I do have 4 here. So 4 is right here. So when x equal to 4, I look up. My curve is right there, which corresponds to 3. So when x equal to 76 is same as x equal to 4, and the y corresponding y value is 3 bars. right? The next question is, at what point between 50 and 55 does the tire begins to get refill? So let's figure out what 50 represents, right? So 50 divided by 8 is 6.25, and I'm going to use just the 0.25 and times 8 again, and that give me 2. So it tells me that when x equal to 2, it's the same as x equal to 50, right? So I'm going to use just that information and redraw my graph. So the information is basically telling me that 2 here is the same as 50. So when it's 3, 51. When it's next one is 52. 53, 54, whoopsie, I forgot the 5, 54, and 55. And I stopped here because that's what the question is asking, between 50 and 55. And because 50 is the same as 2, I can just kind of relabel my graph and look at between 50, whoopsie, between 50 right here and 55 right here. When does the tire get refilled again? It get refilled right here, right? That's when the pressure goes back up. So it's x equal to 6 or the same as 54. So at 54 hour, the tire get filled back up again. So I'm just going to finish writing that. And then at what point between hour 50 and 55 does the tire reach its maximum pressure? So I already have my 50 to 55, and you can see maximum pressure is right here, and it's between 54 and 55, so that's 54.5. Right, so at 54.5 hours, it reaches maximum pressure. And that's it for this exercise. You're going to have similar questions in your exam, so make sure you're comfortable answering this type of questions. The next one, however, is on the same graph, but on the property of functions, right? That's another possibility. So whenever you're ready, click on the next video for the next exercise.